Good evening, everybody. It is Monday night, and we're racing once again. I'm getting some weird feedback in my head. In the virtual commentary box, I have my compatriot for card number 69, Pete Hardeman. How are you this evening?
Oh, good evening, Bill. Good and you? How's it, everybody? Up for some good racing, I think, tonight. Nice full lobbies.
We do have some very, very interesting conditions once again. We are at ZOLDER. We are going to be doing the first time for the season where we're going to be qualifying in the rain, and we know that one lap flyer, it's all going to be who's going to get out first to make use of that dry line.
Absolutely, yeah, no. Not going to be easy, especially in the rain. Also, one lap flyer hasn't proved to be easy in the past. So, yeah, definitely the start of this race should be very interesting.
So, guys, if you did see the beginning of the stream, we do have the highlights from the previous race that is proudly brought to you by Christo, who said he had some time on his hands and wanted to do something. So those we will be putting up onto our YouTube channel a little bit later this evening. But going forward, we will be adding those highlights before the stream. So 15 minutes ago, the stream will go live while we're getting all our settings up and running. At least you'll be able to see that. Let's cross live because we see the guys are currently out on the track, and look at those conditions. It is going to be an absolute cracker of a race.
Yeah, I suppose you want to try and get out there early before the puddles start forming. So this is going to be interesting, yeah.
And in terms of the lap times, what happens is I think that I do the lap times and I think that I'm doing absolutely smashingly. And then you have a look at what's happening in the Discord, and it looks like I'm about 2 seconds off the qualifying. And I'm hoping that that definitely is not the case. So I'm still hearing myself come through twice. So guys, if you are on the stream, just let us know how the sound is. And just remember, this is a one lap flyer. So as the guys start crossing the line now, this will be the opportunity for them to get in that fastest time. And for myself, I was able to do a high 35, well, that's a 1 minute 35. In terms of the qualifying, as Rudy runs wide there, that's definitely gonna not help him try getting a good time. And Zolder is definitely one of the trickier tracks. It is a little bit narrower than you want it to be, and in terms of the technicality, there's just so many hairpins, so many aggressive braking points that you do feel that you are constantly on edge. In the shot now, we do have Nassif. He's going to be joining me a little bit later in the commentary box. He's going to be jumping in with Steven. Thank you, Marius. The sound is good. I just have to get used to myself, hearing myself in the head. As I mentioned, Nassif is going to be joining Steven, and looking forward to that new combination. We did have Nassif who joined the Horn Dog while I was off sick last week. Thank you guys for your patience. But I do think that Nassif and Horn Dog did an absolutely sterling job. I was able to get the stream up and watch from the comfort of my bed. Definitely some interesting racing there on Thursday night, and it just so happened that those pit stop guys pitting early, the rainy conditions, and it just brought everybody so close together at the end. Pete, if you can just bring up the lap times, we seem to have lost them. There we go. So currently 133.5 there for Yanni. That's Batman. Ricky B 130.0. Stephen 136.5. Brandon 136.7. Rudy 136.7. Duncan 137.2. Ash. He's been in and out of our SARCO series for the last couple of months, and we did manage to catch him last night doing a little bit of practice, and he has joined us this evening. James 137.7. Nassif 138.1. Johan 142.4. Not quite the pace that you're going to be looking for. I wonder whether he just made a bit of a mistake there. Then a Granite Slow-Mo, I believe his name is Grant. He's a new driver that has joined us this evening. Sorry guys, just hearing my voice in my head is driving me crazy. I will figure it out, but I'm glad that the sound is coming through. Then we have Colin, who's currently doing a one. He's on his outlap. Raf, he still needs to do one, as well as Memo on an outlap. Okay, Pete, just take that away. Come in, Pete. Peter, we can't see anything. Guys, we will be getting back to the live stream shortly. Not sure what happened to Pete. So I've just heard the click in my ear. There he is. Pete is now back.
Oh, yeah, disconnected there. I seem to be having some internet problems. I've tried switching everything off. This is strange. First time I'm having this.
Okay, so what I'd suggest then is let's try and get hold of Stephen, because then at least we do have the time. There is a bit of time that would still be running down on the qualifying, but we can go straight into a race. I'll be the director, but then at least you're able to. Looks like
I've gone into director now.
Okay. So
let's see, we're going into the race. I mean,
okay.
I think so.
Yeah, because what's happened is on the stream we've got the time that has come up in terms of the lap times of the drivers.
Yeah, I was also watching the stream on my phone and on the PlayStation, so I'll just watch on the PS instead of the phone. I'll use less.
Yeah, that'll definitely work. Okay, I'm still very confused because it still says that we have 10 minutes left of the 9 minutes 15.
Yeah, what's that?
So
I see Stephen is racing, so.
Oh, I see that the guys are all exiting now, because I think they kind of figured out that 9:51 is 9 hours 51 minutes. Fail.
I expect another invite from Stephen.
Indeed.
With correct settings.
we go.
Still waiting for invite.
Just trying to get everyone into the lobby, yeah?
Teams are lined up on that wall. Everybody's watching to see who's going to lift, who's going to carry the most speed through there. For the drivers, you all know, you really judge each other because it's one of those measures of bravery.
Yeah, that was my bad. That's what I was like, 9 hours.
You start hugging the pit wall, you try and get as much aerodynamic benefit from hiding behind the wall. All you're doing the whole
Forget about me.
Alright, Brando.
is measuring the car and getting yourself absolutely perfectly prepared for what's about to happen. Because if you don't rock up to Eau Rouge with a very firm plan,
Thank you very much.
you land in trouble.
So guys, just having a look at this, the comments coming through. Brandon Santos, he was the first one up. Wishing everybody good luck. Morris Workmine, saying enjoy fellas. An awesome highlight, Christo. Yes, it was awesome. More of that coming through. And Ashraf, that's Ash, we know him as Ash Tubbs. Don't forget the invite. Yes, we've got you. Morris confirming that the sound was good. And then Adrian Bond saying, what's up everybody, is Silverback. Go bud, go.
Okay, so the first place was Bat, then Ricky second, Steven third, Brandon fourth, Rudy fifth, Cutting BB sixth, Ash seventh, Ricky eighth, Nash ninth.
I'm just trying to get back in there.
10th, NGC 11th, Johanna 12th,
Really about it is that we are still on the time.
I was 11th. No, I'm going to win. You're 12th. Yeah, sorry.
And you go into this enormous compression, and the car behaves quite oddly.
So,
because it
if you guys didn't get that, just let me know.
resists, so you end up actually using quite a lot of steering forward.
Don't forget that got the grip penalty.
Yes, and will have his 5 grade place penalty. Okay, guys, we're all ready. Just get your thumbs up. So, and everyone's here, eh? 15 drivers.
Just check some of the cars or changed yet.
Okay.
Set board director.
I really
Did I invite
I did send one.
I don't know to change my
I did it there.
Hello, I'm in.
Also go down, select on the car.
Yeah,
Press X.
okay.
And then square.
Yeah.
Choose your livery. And then select it again.
You're a broadcaster, right?
Can't see what it's black and orange.
I'm broadcaster.
Speed director, yeah.
Okay, swapping them around now. Okay, there we go. Okay, boys, sorry about that. But you guys got your grid places.
Stephen, can you just run the positions again, please?
Okay, running positions now. Bat 1, Ricky 2, Steven 3, Brad 4, Rudy 5, Cuttenbeef 6, Ash 7, Rafiki 8, Nash 9, Memo 10th, NGC 11th, Johan 12th, GRA 13. And Sly.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Good luck. Can't start the race, the director has been signed. We're just waiting for pit.
He's in.
Yeah, but he hasn't accepted his...
Beats, you just gotta accept your roll there, please.
position.
I've accepted the first one as director. Nothing else has come through.
Beats, Stephen, just reassign that to Beats. He's saying that he did accept the first one.
Okay. not showing up. Oh,
Here we go.
my bad.
No, wait, but that's broadcaster.
Yeah, sorry, I stuffed it up. There we go. Third time a charm.
Third time a charm. Let's go.
Okay, sweet boys.
Interesting qualifying time, say.
Yeah, so
You were
1:34.
saying B5s for yourself.
I'm in trouble. All I can say, Pete, I'm in trouble. So everybody, we are lining up, but you'll see that the guys will pull away slowly, get everybody into the right position, and once they're in that position, they will be racing. So everybody is frantically just getting their setups loaded, getting their pit strategy loaded, because a quarter, no, it's a third through the race, we know that the rain will start slowing down. It will go into an overcast, and then it will go to medium cloud. So the track will be drying up, and I must say those changing conditions are extremely tricky, and it's all about making sure you get on the right tire at the right time. Wow, we have a visitor. Meneer Stein, hoe gaan het?
Oh, how's it? Didn't know I was live. Sorry about that.
Welcome to the live stream.
Thank you, man.
So I hope you're going to be enjoying watching some RS01 racing here on Project Cars 2.
Always nice to watch the guys. I think it's raining, so it's going to be quite fun.
Yeah, as soon as you add the rain, ha, car, here, car.
Yeah, just like that.
But the beauty about this track is it's a track that everybody is quite familiar with. The corner 2, 3 and 4 is this weird pattern of how the water runs across the track. So you kind of get the nose, understeer, grip, understeer, grip, understeer, grip, and you'll see that as the race goes on. And it does make for some very, very interesting moments.
What track is this? I can't recall the track.
This is Zolder.
Zolder. Oh yeah, no, quite a tricky track to get right. I haven't driven in the rain yet, so I can't comment much.
It is very tricky, I can definitely tell you that, because you can see that the guys are too wide going into that first chicane, and it does make it extremely tricky. The track is a lot narrower than you want it to be, that's for sure.
Yes, no, definitely, yeah. And I suspect that chicane is going to claim a few people tonight.
That one definitely, but then also the second one, through turn number 7, you get a little puddle just on the inside there of those curbs, because the car just dips down a bit, but you definitely get a little bit of bottoming out, and it adds all sorts of trouble. Once that rear loses that grip, it just rotates, and they said a bad word. It just rotates the rear end.
Yeah, and I see the guys are in the Renault, so it's not the most stable car to begin with.
So luckily there's quite a bit of downforce, but it's about making sure you have the balance in terms of the wet and the dry.
No, definitely, definitely. And the oaks that can balance the car on the throttle is going to be super fast.
must say that I do cheat just a little bit. I do add a little bit of ABS, and I try to get some low ABS in the beginning of the race.
Yeah, I normally cheat by just turning the brake force down a little bit to compensate for the ABS. Oh, and there's somebody.
Already some incidents in the beginning that looked like it was Yanni and, no, apologies, Yanni was further down, but it was Ricky that got quite a bit of a nudge on the back there. And you could just see in the background that rear was very loose. Tyler, your microphone, thank you, sir. You could just see how bad the conditions are, the amount of spray, and following definitely is not easy with all that spray going up.
Question, did they actually work aquaplaning into the weather map for this game? I haven't played Project Cars 2 in years.
So,
I'm not too familiar with the physics.
they have.
Nice.
So as the track starts filling with water and you drive through the puddle, there are areas where you can actually see these little rivers running across, and you definitely feel the grip going once you drive through them.
Awesome stuff, man.
So currently out in front is Brandon DeSantos, and he's got Rudy right behind him, and you can just see how hard Rudy is working that wheel. Just the wheel. I say wheel, but I know he's on a controller. You're working those front wheels. Little flash there from Stephen as he might have a look, but too wide. There's a touch on the inside, and that looks like it was James sliding all over the place there. A little bit of an understeer. A very, very late attempt.
Oh, yo, the Oaks are taking no prisoner.
You guys must just calm down just a little bit. There's still plenty laps to go. We're only on lap 3 of 27. And the thing here is that if you do damage your car, you do not want to be going in to get another pit stop, because you're going to have to be changing your tires anyway. So VDB just ensuring he controlled that car through the first chicane. There's a spinner on the outside. Just want to see who starts dropping down the order. Lots and lots of congestion on this back straight. James having a very late look there, but just allows Memo to go through. James moving to the outside, up against the wall. Memo now goes to cover that inside line. So Memo is wide. He was just allowed the car just to keep going in a straight direction before he starts turning, and then staying there. You can just see that water, the puddles on the outside, which claims its first victim.
It's very tricky out there.
This rain is going to be going for the next additional, it's about 7 or 8 laps to go, where the rain will continue falling, and then from there it starts drying up, and because of the amounts of cars that are currently on the track, it will start clearing up a lot quicker than some of the guys would have experienced in the practice side by side. That is Ash and Stephen. Stephen down in 10th place, and I'm pretty sure that our stewards are going to be very busy after the end of this race.
Oh, another gap.
Late move there.
Yo, great awareness there from the blue car, the dark blue car. He
I
didn't
think
close the line.
James, yeah, he saw him coming and just allowed enough space there, unless James himself had a little bit of an understeer. You could just see how that rear just kicks off. Pete, if you could just jump to second place, please. Thank you very much, because Rudy is still within that second of Brandon Dos Santos, but they now started to pull a gap ahead of Yanni. Yanni, who did put himself on pole, but unfortunately had to take a 5-grid penalty for causing an incident. Now on board, you can see the little splash puddle that's starting to create there in the first phase of the second chicane.
Cars are sliding quite a lot on acceleration.
You can see Brandon's car understeering there. Really making use of all the brakes,
Good on the brakes,
all the gears.
Excellent on the brakes there, Rudy. I'd go for a gap, yeah.
Brandon decides to close off the inside. Is he going to be going too quick for the third chicane? To everybody that is watching, we are looking at the Brabant here. They're currently chasing Rudy. He is on a controller, and we do have forced manual gears. So Rudy is controlling the car, using the brake and accelerator, and physically changing gears up and down. So guys, if you want to come and join us, go check out our website at sarcoracing.co.za. See how that rear just let go.
He's well in control though, he's handling the car very nicely.
Pete just jumped down there to 8th, please, because I see that between Raf and Stephen, or James and Stephen, they're having an almighty battle. You can see how that car just swerved left and right and allowed Stephen to get past. James just pulling out of that move, realizing he was on the inside. Not enough space for them all to go through there. On the brakes, another little groove starting to go, and the car on the outside, that is Dane, and I think he's clipped the curb. And what generally happens is it throws you out to the outside, and there's a little paddle there just waiting for you. And you can see Stephen back on the power, how that car just wanting to step out. James too, that rear very loose. Stephen touched the curb. My goodness.
Yo. That was close.
Was close. Yo. So Stephen, unfortunately, losing in a position, so Ash Tubbs now able to go past him, lose himself up into 8th place. I'm just looking at the timing, and it looks like Rudy has made a mistake because he's now down in 4th place. So Stan, I'm wondering whether that wasn't commentator's curse, because they were talking about how well he's doing.
Yeah, I hope it's not the case. But I mean, he's got pretty good pace. I think he should at least make up some positions, or I don't know if he'll be able to catch up. How much time did he lose though?
So he is 9 seconds behind the leader. Pete just jumped onto Rudy. I just want to see whether there's some damage on his car.
Doesn't look like it. He maybe just spun out or something.
Yeah, I don't really see damage because we normally see a few little scratches. So it might have just been a little moment, just rotating the car, losing some places. So 9 seconds, it's going to be quite tricky up at the top couple of places. But anything can happen, especially in this transition.
Oh, he spun it again. Maybe
one
lost
whether
some tires.
that's a-
That's commentator's curse. That's what that is.
Hey. So Rudy now under pressure from cutting beef. They're going to go too wide into the last chicane. And Rudy just stamps his authority there. And Duncan just eases up and allows him to go through. James, he's wide. That's heading into turn number 8. Looked like he missed his braking marker and ended up going on. So he's now got Stephen to contend with. You could just see on the brakes there how that car was understeering. You could just see it braking and going in a straight line. But only a few more laps to go of the actual rain falling down. Stephen having a look to the inside. Great opportunity there. He has been able to make that move stick. He's going to be able to go around the outside on turn 2. He's very wide, but there's water out there. So Duncan takes the tighter, drier line. And it looks like he might have got himself on the inside. Now too wide.
Close the door. Close the door. No. Yeah. Could have just left a little bit more space on the inside.
Our stewards are going to be extremely busy. So Ricky B in 4th place. You can see that he too was a little bit wide there at turn number 8. Then through turn 9. Now he heads into turn 10. The chicane. Just ahead. That's a blue flag coming up. So the driver now moves out the way, but Ricky in 4th place there in the yellow car just ahead of him. That is Rudy. He's currently in 3rd place. You can just see the cars just touch the curb on the outside. And it just kicks the rear just enough to unsettle you. But yeah, you've got to be careful on the inside. The puddle starts forming there. Then Stain, you could just see across the line that little dark patch.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Now are starting to build there. But at the same time, we're now getting the dry line. So you're now going to have these mixed conditions of puddles on the track as well as a dry racing line. So for the next 3 laps, it's about making sure that your tires don't overheat. So now it's about finding the wet spots that do not come up right.
Let's find the puddles to cool down the tires.
You've got to find the puddles to keep the tires cool. Correct. That's a much better way to say it. See Ash on the brakes in the background, that car squirming left, right.
This section of the track is much drier. You can see by the spray coming off the cars.
So there goes Ash up into 7th place. You could just see how tricky on the brakes. That was very close. Just jump there to 2nd place, please. So now that battle in the midfield is hot and happening. But here, this is the battle for 1st and 2nd. And it is Yanni. And I'm pretty sure that he's been spending some time with the likes of Dirty and Jacques. So his setup will be extremely in tune. Still some wet spots on the track this side.
The track is still very wet on this side.
Now, even though the rain has stopped, there are areas where the water is kicked up and it ends up on the windscreen. Working those gears, getting that car down. So here you can see all these little streams running across the track, and it gives you this weird understeer grip as you go through there.
This is quite a fast section, so grip is very important in this section.
So we now have Yanni out in front with Brandon Dos Santos now in second place. Just having a look at the comments coming through. Christo saying he's really enjoying the battles, and who will be able to time that pit stop correctly.
See, Rudy is in the pits and Steven is in the pits.
So I still think that's a little bit too early because that's lap 11. And I
You think they will be switching to dry tires or?
Yeah, we're going to have to go to dry.
Oh, big section of the track is still very wet. It's going to be interesting.
So once you're going straight, it's okay, but it's on the brakes.
And on the throttle, obviously. But then again, the water is going to stop tire temperature getting into the tires, so grip is going to be non-existent.
So guys, if you have just joined us, this is lap number 12 of 27. And it looks like Brandon's got a great run. He's in me side by side. It just gives him enough space there.
Right, very good.
Up on the curb. And there's so much water at this side of the track still. So Christo, I know you're still watching. What lap are you going to be pitting? I'm asking for a friend. See that puddle just on the entry of that first chicane.
I want to see the first car go through there on slicks. It's going to be interesting.
So now we've got Johan VP. He's now going into the pits. You can just see how aggressive those guys are hitting those apexes for that second chicane. So that was Steven, I believe, that was on the side there, and we know that he did go into the pits, he did put on those slicks, but was it possibly one lap too soon? So apparently the magic number is 12. Even the pit exit is extremely wet. So Johan VDV comes out of the pits, and that's got him in 8th place after his pit stop, and it is extremely congested here still.
Dude, that's sliding around crazy. Oh, what happened?
There's a driver out in the pit litter. I wonder whether there was a missed braking point. Or maybe hit the braking point, but on the wrong tires.
Just locked up.
So now we see lap number 13.
Can we see on which tires the guys are? Or doesn't it show on the graph?
No, unfortunately it doesn't give us that information. But they do have the choice of a hard or a soft.
What's the tire options regarding the weather? Do you have full wets, intermediates, and slicks, or is it just wets and slick?
It's just a wet, a soft slick, or a hard slick. So Brandon Dos Santos in second place decides now's the time for the pits. Let's just check that speed, just getting it stopped in time. But there's a
Oh,
car
I'm
stuck
hang
in
on,
front.
yeah. Oh, yo. Hey,
Whoa.
but that cost him some time though. He
That
hesitated for 2 seconds
is,
there.
yeah, not what he wanted or needed to say. So now, even though the racing line now it looks dry, this side of the track, there's the inside of the curbs, there's just those little cracks that are still picking up water.
But the first section of the track is still very wet. I think it's gonna be quite tricky on slicks.
Yeah, it's definitely this this balance, because you go, do you rather take an extra 2 laps on the wets, but they overheat so quickly, or do you take the risk and put on the soft tire, which is not going to be up to temperature, and you could possibly lose it as well. So it's definitely this, you've got to choose the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah. But I mean, it does look like the track dries out very, very quickly. So you can take your first lap very, very gingerly, and second lap will be much better.
So we are just about halfway.
Got a car in the kit litter at the back. Dark blue car.
I think that is James, because here we currently got Duncan chasing Johan VDV, because Johan VDV up into 5th place. Now we've got Yanni, he's gone into the pits.
Oh,
Johan VDV, little lock up, and it looked like the went the wrong way.
yeah, maybe a bit of snap oversteer on the curb.
Because normally what happens is you get an oversteer, which means that the nose would have been pointing to the left-hand side of the track, but that was actually facing the right, so it might have let go, and as it gripped, it went the other way.
Overcorrect, yeah. It was very wet in that chicane still.
And you can see how quickly Duncan went to the right-hand side of the track, because there's so much water on the left still. You can see the little splash of water as he goes through the second phase of the second chicane. And I've just noticed that we are down to 9 drivers. Not quite sure what has happened there, considering we did start with 14, so we have lost 5 drivers.
Guys finding it a bit tricky.
See that Ash is coming, saying that the pits don't want to change my tires.
Ooh, just made it.
Nice.
Back
Second.
beat.
Jeez. Sorry about that.
All good. The Stain has been just taking over. Thank you, Stain.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. All good. So you're back in, Pete. There we go. So we are currently having a look at, does it say Dane? But, oh, that makes more sense now. So Dane was actually going into the pits, and I thought it was cameraman Tim that was pulling his normal stint. But Ricky B now in first place, and look who's just behind him. This is the battle for first and second here on lap 16 of 27. Splash of water.
So I would love to see tire tips now.
So it's quite interesting enough is that a little splash like that doesn't really change the temperature of the tire at all. You've got to be in quite a bit of water for quite a while before it actually does anything.
No, okay.
It's more about the grip that you lose.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Pete, just jump on board with Ricky. Just go to his cockpit view because I just want to just let everybody understand what's happening through turn number 2 into turn 3. Because now this part of the track is all dry. So on the brakes, just touch the apex. Then move to the outside, little splash of water on the brakes down to third. You can see this weird understeer, oversteer, understeer,
Lot of water,
oversteer.
lot of water there still.
There is lots of water there. You can see that Ricky B just kept it in third gear. He wasn't trying to be too clever there.
Yeah, I think that's quite a tippy-toe corner through there with the water lying like that. A nice little puddle in the inside of that first curb.
Now on the brakes, you can see the braking a lot later. A little splash of the water, you can see that rotation. And there was still water on the inside of the curb. Now it's got to a point where coming out of turn 7, that is all flat out. Down to first, rotate, get the car around through the gears. A little splash of water there. Just before the bridge, brake down to second, rotates the car up on the curve, accelerates. So Ricky goes down to first gear there, but I do hold it in second. Pete just jumped to 5th and 6th. So we're currently watching the battle for 5th and 6th. And Dane trying to close down Johan just in front of him. 1.3 seconds is that gap. Still see the water on the inside. So we can see the lap time starting to drop. 1:37.3 for Ricky, 1:37.6 for Yanni. This tricky section, you can still see how much water is being sprayed up. You just see how tentative Yanni was through there. So Dane and Johan having an awesome battle here. And then we do have Duncan, who's currently in 4th place. That's the line you need to be taking, Dane. Good job there. So Duncan 141.0 for him. So both him, Johan, and Dane are pretty about doing the same lap times, with Cutting Beef, Duncan, the faster of the three. But then if you look further down in 7th place, it's Memo 139. So if he was just a little bit closer, oof, he'd just understeer there coming out of turn 2. Jumping that car through that curb. So 9 laps left to go. And Johan is a little bit slow, which allows Dane to get right up behind him. And it looked like Johan oversteered just a little bit there, so possibly grabbing some of that water. Pete, after the race, what I'm suggesting, instead of you directing, maybe we'll get Stephen to direct. You can just join them on the Discord, because that might just help in terms of your connection.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
And directly after this race, please, if you're able to just do the driver interviews of the top 3, that would be fantastic.
I will do my best.
No mistake there by Johan, which now allows Dane to go through. So Dane now up into 5th place, Johan down into 6th. Just jumped there to the battle for... Oof, well caught there, Johan. The battle for 1st and 2nd, please. 7 laps left of this race. And Yanni and Ricky B are having an absolute cracker of race here. Back marker and being lapped, well, I say back marker. That could possibly be Stephen down in 8th place. Just see how much air Yanni got there, just connecting that 2nd curve. Look to the inside. Great move there, because now it's going to be have to take the longer outside line. But that was a great recovery there. We're on lap number 21. There are still 6 laps left to go. So the rest of the field has opened up just a little bit. But we are still taking a slow down penalty warning, I'm sure. Just see these mixed conditions through turn 2 and 3. Little river just before the brakes on through turn 4. See that puddle on the outside, it's still there. down to 8 drivers.
I think I was doing a good job at directing.
Good job, Pete. Good job.
I tend to like this. It's much easier than sitting behind that steering wheel, I'll tell you that much.
No, man.
I don't sweat half as much.
Oh, there goes Yanni, just pushing it a little bit too much. Possibly just being in the slipstream, just losing some of that rear downforce. And he is now allowed Ricky B to get away from him. Still see how much water that is being kicked up. Very aggressive line. You can see it took a lot of curb on both those corners. Ooh, that's no wing there. So that's Cutting Beef in 4th place. And you can just see how difficult that car is to keep going in a straight line. I'm sure he'll just peel off and go into the pits. So there's the 3rd place, Rudy. And that means that Dane is now going to be promoted up into 4th place. So Duncan 6th in the pits, and I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of damage that will need to be repaired on his RS01. Really taking a lot of curb there, man oh man. So Brandon Dos Santos, the comment that he made there was Sector 1 is not the best with the streams coming across the track. That is for sure. So we see Duncan has now retired. So we are down to 7. And this definitely feels like it's been a race of fittest to survive.
Comes Rudy.
So Rudy now within a second. So let's see, it's just over a second. So really now 0.8 of a second is the difference there. So we have 2 more laps after this one. And really you can see how aggressive he is on that curve as Yanni just gets a little kick of the dirt on the exit. So now while Ricky B is away, Yanni is going to have a very, very determined Rudy chasing him down for the next 2 laps. accelerator. There we go, a little bit defensive. You just jumped to the trackside view. So Brandon Santos has come through to say it sucks. DC would have loved to have finished. Was having one hell of a battle with Batman. So Rudy holding that line. You could just see how that rear just opened up. But Pete, if you have a look now, that's the battle for first, second and third. All three drivers are now within 2 seconds of each other. It is going to be an incredible last lap.
Oh, who could have? Oh, there we go. Ready inside. What a pass.
Absolutely incredible on the brakes.
Beautiful. Oh, man.
Now Yanni is coming back with a vengeance.
Oh, but I'm not sure if I want to be in Ricky's boots right now.
Just jump to Rudy, just so we can get the camera moving on all three. There we go. This is going to be a last lap showdown.
Oh,
First,
man.
second, and third place. Rudy got an absolute great drive. He's going to have a look to the inside. Late on the brakes.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, no.
Yanni goes in a bit hot. He uses that rear. And Rudy, an incredible maneuver, put himself on the inside. Ricky B saw him coming, allowed the space. And I think what had happened was Yanni was just a little bit too hot. And it just rotated that rear. No!
Oh, no. Ricky the same. Unlucky. At least Yanni kept around the track. Oh, no.
So now Ricky B is going to have to bring that car home in one piece. And Yanni is going to be chasing him down. Seeing a message from Johan VDV. Radiator vents were too small, so the car overheated.
Oh, no. Quali setup, I suppose. Close those ducts a bit for a bit of speed.
Yeah, unless it sounds like it was a qualifying setup and forgot to take that off. So currently Ricky B has Yanni just behind him. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, Pete, I'm picking up my voice through your voice now. Thank you kindly. So that concludes the race, and it's going to be a battle for second and third. They're side by side. And it looks like Yanni has just been able to squeeze that second place. And unfortunately, Ricky B leading out in front, a mistake. And an incredible drive there by Rudy. Just got his car in the right place at the right time and was able to take that third place all the way up to first. So Memo comes home in fourth place. I'm sure you'll be very happy with that. Dane finishes in fifth, Stephen in sixth place, and newcomer, that is Grant, a seventh place for him out of 14. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that.
What a finish. Last lap.
Absolutely incredible. So Pete, if I'm able to just leave that with you, just to get the podium winners in the Discord with you, and then I can just go get ready for the Bravo Alpha tier.
Sure thing. I'll do my best there.
Sorry, Ricky, for the love tap.
The excuses are already coming.
That's for Tyler. That's for
We got 2 minutes.
for the admin.
No, we don't have time. There was enough bumping in Bravo.
And kind of got rain coming down, so it's
The worst part is when it dries out, when those lines go across. That's where you can make the easiest mistake, I think.
weird too.
Good day, boys.
Yeah, it's grip, slip. It feels like you're going on a thin route.
You boys out?
I suppose it's really is.
Thank you. Wow, guys. What a race there. I think, yeah, throughout the race was a beautiful race, Stephen. And then it all came down on that last lap. Ricky, I don't see Yanni here, but yeah, I think Yanni kept it off the wall, and you just managed to nick the wall there, and that's probably what lost you the last corner.
Yeah, I just ran out of tires towards the end. That car was sliding all over the place, but it was fun.
100%. Yeah, we saw about, what was it, on the left hand, about 3 corners before that. Yanni lose it, and that's where Rudy managed to make his gap. All on the last lap, full of action. Well done, guys. Rudy? Oh, man. What a pass. Find yourself in first, and they sorted each other out on the last lap.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win this one. I was happy with third, and then I said, no, they're getting closer, and they're getting closer, and they're getting closer. And yeah, when I caught up to them, made the first pass, and then it all just happened from there.
Great stuff. What a fantastic race, guys. Well done. Steven, I don't know. You got something?
Yeah, no, it was a difficult race. Very difficult. With the wet weather and then jumping onto dry. But it was an interesting race, very interesting. Congrats to the 3 podium winners there. Well deserved. But yeah. What else is there to say?
On to the next one.
Yeah, on to the next one.
Onwards and forwards. No, well done,
Definitely.
guys. Yeah, I think also the time when you pitted actually made a big difference. The pit stop seemed to be spread over 3 or 4 laps. So
No,
yeah,
I
it looks
think with
like the
Tom.
longer you could have stayed on the wets, the better.
But it all worked out.
Anyway, great race, guys. Enjoy it.
All right,
Thanks.
thanks.
Cheers.
Good luck, guys, racing.
Dylan's thumb is up, so that means
Dan maak je wel een no disadvantage as sy nog besig is met 'n interview en dan
the thumb is up.
It's off again.
My thumb.
It's on again.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, so now we are off to Alpha Tier race.
Okay.
So let's see what the Alpha boys can do tonight. As you saw what Bravo did. Yeah, on my side was a bit of a scrappy race, but we won't talk about me. Congrats to Rudy and them for well-deserved win. Yeah, let's see what tonight is gonna hold. It's again wet weather qualifying, so let's see what the Alpha boys can put their times up there. Because I think I saw 134s in Bravo. So let's see what Alpha can do. They're normally about a second quicker than us. So let's see what Alpha boys can actually do. Because this is a very nice flowing track, nice quick track. Just that water is a bit of a tricky solution to have tonight. But yeah, we just take it as it comes. Who have we got here in the lobby with us? We have Nassif. Nassif, your mic is off. Nassif, your mic is off. Okay, so let's see who's out first. Whoa, it's everyone. They all want to get out. Okay, so let's see. We saw Krista. Krista is being very quick here. This whole series. Quicksilver, Jakes, Marius. We see Marius is still in the pits there, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens tonight. Tonight is a give all for out. So yeah, so let's see. It looks like a little bit of a bunched up pack as we see everyone leaving the pits. So this is going to be very interesting. Who's going to back out? Who's going to slow down? Who's going to give a bit of a gap for each other? But so let's see what is going on. As we see, I still see Mario still in the pit, so he could be waiting until the last minute of qualifying. Nassif, your mic is still off. I don't know if you can hear me, but who else is here in the lobby with us? Is that Pete? There we how are we, Uncle Pete?
Lucky you.
Yeah, well, what are your...
I'm director or...
No, I'm director in this one. Yeah, I'm director in this one. But I think there is a stream to watch on Discord.
Yeah, no.
Can you hear me? I'm here.
Okay. There we go, Nassif, we have you now.
Awesome. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening. As we see, the first lap is not that great for Christo. Christo put in the kitty litter, but looks like we're already losing drivers. It's going to be very interesting. Still seeing Morris is still in the pits. He's not coming out just yet, but it was a bit of a tight battle here because the guys are all on top of each other this evening. So, but it looks like they've got a bit of a space. We have Dylan in the wonderful black and silver green car. Looks like we have Souls right behind him there, if I'm correct. No. We're losing drivers very fast here.
Yeah, it looks like how many
Yeah.
did you start with?
Yeah, I think there were 15 in the lobby, so it looks like they are restarting the lobby there. Yeah. Okay, so it is a restart on the lobby. And we should... No, not a problem, Cordell. Oh, wonderful.
That's what you get when Steven doesn't set up the lobby.
I'm busy clashing with Gavin.
Jeez, broadcaster.
Can anyone hear me? Yes, loud and clear. 5:35.
Okay. Gav's gonna have to go out and come back.
Who?
Gav. Steven left, Steven joined, Steven is back.
Gav's clashing with us.
Who's Gavin clashing with?
Gavin.
Met clashing met jou, Tyler.
And was clashing with Steven.
Well, maar is reg nou met Steven.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that means he's the problem. So he's gonna take one of us out during the race.
So is he clashing with you?
He's not clashing at the moment.
Well, weet nie. Sal nou wel.
Steven's cars.
Ja nee, is alright, hy is die director.
So I had endless disconnecting tonight in Brabant.
It's allemaal hier, lyk my.
Terrible Africa 3.
Yeah. Oh, so I think it's just one of those nights for Project Cars, just on the blink again.
Het lyk soos allemaal.
But it looks like everything is sorted now in outfits here, so let's see.
Everyone's here on Quay.
Okay, is jy reg nou, Tyler? Okay. Dan gaat hom
Okay, everyone's got a thumbs up and we should be racing.
Take two.
So Nassif, tell us how was your race? Because we saw
Terrible.
Terrible.
It's tricky conditions.
It is, yeah, especially in the wet. The wet is a bit of a corkscrew there. So, but it's something different. We can't have every race in the dry. So it's
No,
something
definitely.
different.
Guys are gonna have some hectic times out there this evening. Not easy conditions.
No, not easy conditions. As we saw in Bravo, I think I saw 134s where I did a 136 with a few mistakes. So yes, 133 was really possible in Bravo. So let's see what the Alpha boys are gonna do. They normally on par with the 133, 132s. I'm guessing Morris is gonna be in the 132. With Quicksilver
I
up
don't know
there
what's
as
happening,
well.
but I'm getting a lot of interference. I'm getting other guys also speaking. I don't know if and there's a bit of a delay. I don't know what's happening.
And maybe it's just
My
me.
mic off.
Okay, well mine's off now. So is that better?
Yeah, but there's a delay in our conversation. It's coming through afterwards.
Okay, I'm not too sure why. Are you watching the live stream?
No, I don't see the live stream either. I'm going to just go out and come back in again.
Okay, do that, and then maybe it'll be sorted.
Okay.
As we see, Scott has already got a 1 grid penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, that's not a nice way to start. Again, as we see, the guys are all over each other, not giving each other that enough space just to even breathe. I think they just want to get out there before the track is all sopping wet. So yeah, as we saw in Bravo, those puddles can be a nightmare. Morris is still in the pits. I think he's waiting until everyone is done his lap. He's got a open track, and I'm pretty sure he'll be quicker tonight.
Like you said, with the puddles, that could make things interesting.
No, definitely. Those puddles are not something to play with. Especially in turn 3. Oh man, there was a nightmare in that turn 3.
Exactly why you don't want to leave it too late getting out of track.
No, definitely. But you never know. Maybe he's got a bit of a wet setup for qualifying. So maybe it's a better setup than what he's been riding with previously. So let's see.
Okay, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Nassib.
That sounds good. Okay, it's better.
Oh, and as you see there in the back, someone losing it in a purple car. Is that Vaughn? Yeah, that was Vaughn. He put it in the wall on his outlap. So that's a bit of a heartbreaker there. He'll be starting from the back of the grid now.
Stephen, how do I see the screen? I don't see anything.
On Discord, you should see in the top corner it says watch stream. Do you see it?
No.
Okay, that's a bit weird. Because I think even if I push it, it doesn't really matter. But there should be a button to watch stream because it actually says watch stream. Yeah. Because you should see my face, your block, Pit's block, Dylan's block, and then in the top corner is watch stream. And as we see, lap times are being invalidated straight after each other. PB, Scott, Quicksilver, and Stalls. So this is going to be a very interesting one. You can always grab us on Facebook or YouTube. Maybe you can watch it through that way.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So right now we have got Krista on pole with a 131.5 in the wet. That is super quick. Looks like everyone's done their lap. The only person that hasn't done their lap yet is Marius. So a very, very constant 133.7. Pole with a 131. So it's going to be very interesting. A little bit disappointing to see from 8th place the guys haven't put a time down. So invalidating lap spinning out, so forth. As you saw Warren Hill do in his wonderful purple car, so you couldn't miss it. Right now we are busy watching Morris in the wet. Let's see what he can do. A 131.5 is pole right now. So if he can do a 131.4, he'll be in pole position, or even a tenth of that. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he can put down. As you can see, these guys are super quick. This is where I kept on losing it all the time. I was saying words, thank goodness I was muted. So, what are our predictions here, Nassif? Who do you think is going to take it?
Yeah, it's difficult to say, Conditions is really tricky, so the guys are gonna have to take it quite easy out there.
Yeah, it's very, very tricky. As we see, Morris puts in a 132.9. So he's about 1.4 seconds off the pace. So Christo on pole with a 131.5. That is super quick. With Dylan, and as we see, Dylan in third, Gavin fourth, Jake's in fifth, and then we have Tyler in sixth place. And then, oh, what happened there? Let me just see if I can get back in there. There was maybe a little boo-boo on my side. Yeah, Steven did a boo-boo. They're coming back in. So, how much of the racing did you actually do?
This evening, I think I did like 6 laps.
6 laps?
And totally damaged my car.
Oh,
Too
man.
much damage.
That is the worst part, is to damage your car, especially in the wet.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then when you need to...
By that time, I was already like 3 laps down on the leaders.
No, back. Oh, yeah, and to come back from 3 laps is quite crazy.
Not in these conditions at all.
No.
Quite a tricky track. Yeah. I wish the guys luck out there this evening.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's going to be a very tricky race here tonight. As the race is starting off in wet weather and then going off into dry. So this is going to be a very tricky race.
That transition window is you need to get it right.
Yeah, it is crazy. But that's why we are watching now Alpha. So let's see if Alpha have learned from Bravo's mistakes.
I'm sure they've taken a couple of tips from the guys, from the Bravo guys.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm not clashing with anyone.
Are you guys?
Yeah, I can hear Dole right through everything.
Yeah, me too.
Steven, did you start with a wet setup and put dry tires on it later, or?
Yeah,
dry setup at your start?
I had the wet tires on it, but it was more of a in-betweener there. So it was more of a in between. It was a little bit of the wet, but more in the dry, because the car felt so much better in the dry that I could actually give it all I can. So yes, the car was a little bit of a handful in the wet weather, but yes, as soon as there were spots that were actually quite dry, I could actually put it down. Which I have to fire my pitting crew, because they wouldn't change my tires. I had to go in the pits like 3 times.
Oh, always terrible when that happens.
Yeah. You want to pull your hair out. Okay, so they are about to start, and there we see them on the grid. Oh, wonderful to see all the different colors that you can select from. I'm just busy loading in now. So, what are your predictions? Can Christo keep his pole position? Or is Marius going to put so much pressure on him that he could choke?
Possibly Dylan will also
Maybe,
has.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe Dylan's got something up his sleeve.
Yeah, see, Dylan's not used to being in the front. He's normally in the back of the grid. So this is going to be something completely different for Dylan, being in the front there. Even though I think there was like 60% of the people that could not qualify, they invalidated their lap. So yes, well done to Dylan for putting it third on the grid.
Yeah, let's hope we can keep it together.
Yeah.
Have a good finish.
Yep. Because now it is our wonderful wet weather race. So let's see what we can pick up here. Split times. There we go.
It's the thing, having people like Dirkie, Hills down in 9th place, it's gonna make things tricky.
It is going to make everything very tricky. With that first corner, the guys just got to take it a lot easier and just wait. Just be patient. It's a wet race. It will go to dry, but there will still be those wet spots where your car feels like it's aquaplaning the whole time, and then all of a sudden it hits a dry spot and then it just goes. Listen, when your car is still sideways, there's no even use touching brakes because it's still going sideways.
Yeah, there's no recovery.
No. See what the boys can do tonight. It's actually very nice to see Gav up there, also for a change. He's also had some very, very bad luck with the car. I don't know if he's been struggling a lot, but it's actually nice to see him fourth on the grid. And then Jake's down in 5th place tonight, so that's a bit of a setback there for Team Silverback.
I'm sure you can make a charge up the field, yeah. Jake's is well known for coming through the mid pack and having a nice finish at the end.
No, definitely, he's one of those. He's one of our mature drivers, so he can take his time and he's very patient. But he will make sure that he puts enough pressure on you to make that mistake.
Definitely.
And there we go, and looks like they are on their way. And it is green. Let's go racing. So Christo taking it all the way to the line. Like Morris was just sleeping a little bit there, because looks like Billy's all over. No.
So far so good. Looks like everybody's gotten cleanly through the first corner.
It does look like everything is very clean, but still very tight in the pack. Go mid pack. It doesn't look like anyone's dropped positions just yet.
No, it looks like they're all holding the positions.
It looks like we've got a bit of a charge there. So a bit further up, it's all into 3rd place. Dylan attacking Mario is very early into the race. Just backing. Oh, and there goes Gavin. Gavin losing it there.
Breaking point there. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a bit sitting there. You see, wet weather is the corkscrew. Because the guys are all used to the dry track. Now all of a sudden there's a wet race. The breaking points change. Got to break that a little bit sooner.
Looks like Jakes has made up a position. He's up into 5th position.
Yeah, he would have made up the one space because Gav now spun out. Gav was in 4th. So yes, it was a nice free place for Jakes there right now. And as we see, Quicksilver, the 2 teammates are chasing. So let's see the 2 teammates helping each other through the pack.
Yeah.
Putting pressure on Scott. Oh, jeez. Going a bit
it's a
loose
bit of a
cannon there.
Brave move.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of a loose cannon move, I would call it. but he did back out. So well done to not making contact there.
Yeah, that was well saved.
I'm putting so much pressure on. Who is this? This is Scott. This is Tyler. So Tyler getting a bit of a pressure there from Quicksilver. One of our also mature drivers there. Oh, and it looks like Dylan has made a mistake there.
Oh no. Yeah, it looks like he spun out in the Villeneuve chicane.
Yeah. In that little corkscrew, that corkscrew will chew you out and spit you out whole. Driving in the middle of the track. Oh, little bit of a rear. Little bit of a rear contact there, but well saved. Dylan just making that little bit harder just to overtake.
Yeah. Making that car wide through the corners.
Definitely, those Reynolds are already wide, so you can imagine he's just made sure that he's got another extra wing on there. Looks like Brandon. Stop pushing that button. Brandon and Jake's are. Brandon Skills, sorry. Brandon Skills. Not Brandon D'Souza, Brandon Skills. He's busy pushing pressure on Jake's there, so Jake's he knows how to suck up pressure quite a bit there, but Christo already at a 2.5 second lead. So he has that car dialed in right now.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable in the lead there. So I think that gap is only going to be growing with the guys fighting out at the back.
Definitely. But yeah, in the back we just see Stoll and Terry. And if there was a mistake there, looked like PV standing up that. Dylan did the same mistake. Yeah.
I didn't see that now. I don't know if it was a bit of contact or what.
I don't know. By the sounds of it, he probably did it all himself. Probably just down gearing too fast.
Yeah. The back stepping out.
Yeah. Don't worry, I did that a couple of times in our race. So Dylan all the way down to 12th place now. He needs to work his way up there. And as we see, the guys are getting very close. They are not scared to get closer to
all. They're all bunched up.
And that spray just makes it that little bit harder just to see past.
And getting your braking points right.
It looks like Gab is taking the wider line there. Who's that? That's on Uncle Terry. Putting a lot of pressure on Terry there. Dylan right in there, so he's making sure both drivers make a mistake so he can claim that place. So a very close battle here. Oh, Brandon Skills also fell out the bus here. We actually missed that.
Yeah.
He was in 4th place chasing Jake, so we missed that also.
Yeah.
Guys are starting to spread out now. Yeah, it looks like Christo is just pulling that gap now. He's nearly at a 4-second gap. So, yeah, he has that car dialed in the wet. So the question is, is that car going to be just as good in the dry?
In the dry, definitely.
Stuff back here. It's busy missing. Yeah, Quicksilver making his way up quickly through the pack because Quicksilver all the way into 3rd place right now. Jake's in 4th. So Rockstar Mall is going to be very, very close behind there. Because for team points, he's going to be another one to watch out for. So right now we have the Silverbacks and I don't even know what their team is called. Rockstar Mall and Quicksilver. But I know they are very close in the championship.
Yeah, they're fighting for the top honors.
Yep, they are definitely, and there's still another 3 races after this, so it's not over yet. It's still far from over.
Far from over.
No. A little bit lonely here in the front.
Jake's bit of an off there.
Yeah. I think he's just pushing a little too hard in the weight.
I think he's really trying to close that gap to Quicksilver.
Yeah, I don't think he wants him to pull too much of a gap. Yeah.
He needs to stay in contention when they get to the pit stop stage.
That's gonna be the next question. Whose car is more for the wet and whose car is more for the dry?
Yeah,
who's been practicing on their pit stops and who's getting fired tonight, you know? Because I know my pit crew is all out. Go see, there's a good battle going on here with Vaughan Hill and Stoll. So there's his teammate. Is that his teammate?
This midfield is quite tight still, eh? They're holding each other up.
It is very, very tight here. Oh, Luke going a bit sideways there. Sure.
Saved that one.
He did.
There's no room for error. There's no room for error.
No. I know my car did that in the Bravo race, and I had to short shift it to make sure it doesn't do that. And there we go, we see Tyler Scott doing it, taking too much curb. Yeah, it looks like he just took it. Yeah. Just took a little bit too much curb. And there's Dylan coming on the inside, taking a gamble, but it looked like he couldn't get the move through. Yeah, he didn't get it.
No, he never made it.
Yeah. But still a very tight battle going on here with Stolz and Vaughan Hill. And Scott should be right behind them as well. So 2 teammates are going to be helping each other out, and there we see Dylan with a bit of a flash of the lights to make sure move out the way. Make way, here I come.
It's putting some pressure on Tyler Scott there.
Definitely. I've raced with Tyler, so he also knows how to.
Yeah, another brilliant driver, hey?
Another going a little bit wide there.
Oh, pushing it a bit too much in that first corner. It's quite a tricky corner there.
It is a very tricky corner. You actually got to brake a little bit earlier for that corner, so you can just touch that inside curb, and you'll find you'll have enough speed and momentum to get around there.
Get around the corner. That's correct.
Without going too wide and losing time in that corner, because that corner you could lose 2 seconds easy.
Yeah, that's a make and break corner. Yeah, definitely.
It is definitely. Oh, and there
we go.
Oh, that was very unlucky. And it is just carnage now in the back there. And it looked like Gavin.
Oh my word! Another one.
That's very unfortunate.
Oh man, just losing it, and those cars have got damage. So much damage, it's not even a joke.
Looks like some of them is gonna have to do an early pit stop there, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those cars have got suspension damage.
Suspension damage, definitely.
Yeah, these cars smell the wall, and you have a left suspension broken.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
And I think from they are very tricky.
Definitely.
But we've seen Scott, so he's been battling through that low or S's through there, because it's now the second lap that he's lost it there, but he lost it now just coming out of the turn, going onto the uphill. So I don't know if he hit maybe a bit of a water patch, because I know there is a bit of a water patch, and that water patch can throw you around there.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah,
Dylan.
that's Dylan. Yeah, just getting
pushing.
a bit sideways. Yeah.
He's pushing a little bit too hard there.
Dylan was the first one to hit there.
Yes, he was. He could. Yeah,
I think Tyler just touched the curb and kicked the rear out of the car, and then Dylan was behind him and he T-boned him.
Yeah, because Tyler lost it just going on the uphill, so there was a bit of a weird one, a bit of a freak accident, if you ask me. It was just unfortunate that happened.
It doesn't look like Dylan's got any damage with that coming together with Tyler there.
Oh no, I think he does have damage. He's just driving on with it, because I know I touched the wall and I had left suspension damage. His cars are so
you can
brittle.
see his car's pulling slightly. You can see he's trying to correct it down the straight.
Nah, it's just a pity. Look like we actually lost someone there. I'm not too sure who. I'm not too sure who we lost there, or did we lose someone? Because now we have 13 cars.
13 cars, yeah. Someone's definitely.
I'm sure we had 15 cars if I was correct. So that's a bit of a nice one. And as you see, there goes Scott. He's in the pits. He cannot handle the car anymore, so he's getting it fixed.
Yeah.
I think it's a roundabout now that you can actually start putting dry tires on, because the check temperatures start climbing from here. So from here, I think the track is already on around about 35 degrees. So the track looks like there's water on, but the track is still hot enough to put those slicks on. So, and if you keep those wet weathers on too long, they start heating up.
Yeah.
And it's like you're riding on snot, or the car is so unpredictable of what it's going to do. Definitely. But we see now Morris has actually closed the gap there a little bit. He was 4 seconds. Now he's down to 3 seconds. So he has pulled quite a bit out of Christo. But you can see how he is driving.
He's battling to hold that car on the track.
He is driving.
He's really pushing, yeah.
He's getting every horse to work out of that car right now. Nice to see Marius actually chasing people for positions, because he's normally in front and running away with it. And then we have Quicksilver chasing him.
And
so
Marius
it's actually
to the lead.
It looks like it. Oh yes. So somewhere Krista did a mistake and we actually just missed it.
Yeah, we just missed that.
I didn't even see his car go off.
Now Christo's got Quicksilver coming up behind him.
Yeah. So Krista going into the pits.
Looks like he's picked up some damage to it.
I don't know.
Quicksilver as well in the pits.
Yeah, I think it's also that time for that the guys are taking a gamble. Yeah, to put on those slick tires to get out there, because the track, like I said, the track temperature is climbing, so the track is already hot enough for those tires. So as we see, Jake's now in third, but the guys, let's see who gets out of the pits here first. Does Quicksilver jump, or does Krista? No, Krista still holds his place. So this is going to be a very tight one. So can Christo reclaim his first place after the little mistake that he did there? Still don't know well what he did actually. But as we see, all the drivers are coming in right now.
Justo comes out in 8th position.
8th place.
So let's see when the top 2 pits where they're coming out if it was the right time. Oh, Christo's battling.
Yeah, there's those wet patches, and then all of a sudden it's a dry
just
patch.
dries out.
Oh man, it can be a headache. As we see, Brandon is back chasing Rockstar Mall and Jakes. This is going to be a nice little battle we're going to have here because Brandon's skills is also quick. So from 8th place, the guys have already pitted, and here comes the rest of the pack. So that's Jake's, Rockstar Mall, and Brandon in the pits. So is Christo gonna jump them? So let's see. Just focusing a bit there.
Yeah, he lost a bit of time in his outlap there in that first few corners. So let's see what difference that's made.
Yeah, so let's see. Is he going to jump him? Let's see how far he is. He's coming down the main straight.
By the looks of it, he's made the jump, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Looks like he's actually got the jump on them. So now the next question is, has Marius got a big enough gap to keep him in the first? Wow, who was that?
Yeah, has he left it too late? Let's see.
Yeah, and there we go. There he loses it. Yeah, those puddles are the coconuts of this game.
Yeah.
That was a bit unfortunate. Would have loved to see if he actually got the jump on Marius. Yes, and there's Marius in the pits right now. So here's a 26-second gap. Which
I think that's a bit more than enough to hold the position.
Yeah, because I think your pits are 15 seconds, so he should be out in front very nicely. So let's see where he stalls. He's 14 seconds. He's still in the pits. But Stalls has not pitted yet, and he's still staying out on his wets. I think he's going to lose his first place, but Stalls still needs to pit.
Do a pit, yeah.
And if I'm correct, Dylan also needs to do a pit, which they haven't done yet.
Yes, that's correct.
So this is going to be very interesting to see, because now there comes Morris. He should be out of the pits. Where is he? And there he comes out. So he's still in the running. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Wonder. I don't think any of the guys learned from Bravo's race.
Yeah.
And then we see Gav in the pits there, so I'm sure he's going to be in there for quite some time because he had that little bit of a collision. Was that? That was Stalls. Robert's busy losing it a little bit there. So Dylan and Morris are going to be right there to put a bit of extra pressure on him.
Yeah. And it looks like Jakes has jumped Christo through the pit stops, eh?
Yeah, I think with Christo doing that mistake, I think he's
cost him a position.
Cost him a position there, yeah. So let's see, because Jakes is still behind Quicksilver. So as we see it, after the pit stops, Marius, Quicksilver, and then we see Christo losing it again, if I'm correct. No, okay, he didn't lose it. Okay, so Dylan and Saul and Robert are in the pits. Let's see.
Let's
Is
see where
it-
they come out.
Yeah, that's going to be the question. Who's going to jump who? Who's going to be in the
Looks
next
tight.
spot?
It looks like it's gonna be very tight. Let's see. Are they still in the pit?
And there goes Scott. He goes back to the pits. Something not right. He's not happy with the car.
So it looks like Christo still holds his position then.
Yeah, so Krista in 4th place right now.
Yeah.
He's 1.8 seconds behind Jake's, so it's going to be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
Is his car now set up for the
For
drive?
the drive. That's the big question.
Because right now we see Quicksilver is 2.8 seconds behind Marius. Also another quick driver and well experienced. So, but right now we have a silverback sandwich, which is not always so great to be in. Looks like Marius is just trying to get some heat into those tires.
Yeah, looks like it. Weaving all on the straight.
Yeah.
And some temperatures up.
It'll be very interesting.
It looks like Quicksilver's pushing, is closing that gap slightly.
He is closing it. He's now brought it down to 1 second now. So.
It's actually whoa!
Oh, I jumped too far. Yeah, we saw him lose it a little bit there in that favorite corner where I said all the puddles are.
Gently on the throttle through that corner.
So between turn 2 and turn 3, that's where all your puddles are laying.
Yeah, from here on, track looks like it's drying out quite nicely.
Yeah, you have your spots where it's dry and then it's wet and then it's dry and oh man, it is so tricky.
But so far the guys have been doing well.
They have been doing well. As we see, Warren and Hill and Warren and Dylan just swapping places there. Just missed it. Look like Warren Hill is actually battling a little bit here today.
Yeah.
You see Terry in the pits now, so yeah, he is battling a little bit. Maybe just pushing a little bit too hard. You just have to wait for those tires to warm up, because once you hit that wet puddle, your tires just go cold again.
Yeah.
So. And those puddles are on the race line, so it's so difficult to miss them. Let's see, who else can we watch here? Oh, Brandon and Christo. Looks like they are busy catching each other very slowly. Christo very tiptoeing around this corner. He does not want to lose it again there. What? Oh. And as we say that, Steven did that a couple of times in his race also.
Yeah, commentator's curse.
Man. Cameron Tim at his best. You see Quicksilver has got a bit of a gap there, so it's down to 2.9 seconds right now.
Yeah, I've been watching that times for the last lap or so, and it's just staying constant 2.5 seconds, 2.7 seconds between Marius and Quicksilver.
Those two are so competitive. It's not even a joke.
Doesn't look like Jakes can do anything in closing that gap on Quicksilver. either.
Yeah, right now, if he finishes in third, I'm sure he'll also be
he'll
happy with that.
Definitely.
Every point counts, and he knows that the track is still wet, so it's no use pushing too hard. See, we still have a good little battle going on here between Vornil and Dylan.
Dylan, yeah. Dylan is piling on the pressure.
They are. This is the second time that they've changed places, so let's stick here a little bit because
and watch the action.
Yeah. Dylan's going a little bit wide there.
Just pushing it there. I think they're getting a little bit confident now with
Oh,
the track
and there
drying
goes
out.
Vornil. You see, Cameron Tim at his best. Sorry, Vaughn. I won't watch you again. Oh, jeez.
Your
Cameron.
words is not even cold yet.
No, they're not. Cameron Tim, what is wrong with you today? So it's Robert. Rob losing it a little bit there in a weird spot. Also battling a little bit with the car tonight. But it looks like Dylan is catching Rockstar Mall. He's about 2.2 seconds behind Rockstar Mall. So this is also going to be a nice little battle that they're having here. But looks like Morris has done a mistake. Because from a 2.7 gap, now
behind him.
Morris is now under pressure, so he must have did a mistake.
Must have been, definitely.
For Morris to do a mistake, you know the trick. The track is very tricky with the conditions, with a little bit of water on it, and Quicksilver is glued to his rear end. Wow. Oh, taking a nice little inside move. Does he hold it? Yes, he does.
Well done. Well done. Clean.
But does Morris have a better drive coming out of that? Because he's gonna have. He's got better drive out of the corner. Just closing a little bit. Oh, squeezing it. Wow, those two.
Well done. Marius got out of it just in time to avoid a collision.
Just climbing on the brakes there. No use taking both of yous out.
Exactly. Looks like Quicksilver's got the better setup for the dryer.
Right now, his car does look a lot more stable through there, so yes. You see Morris.
Definitely.
Morris is going to be pushing that little Renault like it's never been pushed before. Oof. Just taking a bit of too much curb. Just losing a little bit out of that.
Yeah, that's where you lose that couple of hundredths of a second.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, and there's Quicksilver just doing a mistake. This race is not over. This far from over.
Not.
Right now, it could. Anyone can take it.
Yeah, we still got 7 laps to go. So
7 laps to go.
And with all that happening, it looks like Jake's has closed the gap, but slightly. He's about 7.5 seconds.
Yeah, he has closed that gap down quite a bit because he was around about 13 seconds behind.
It was around about 13 seconds.
So, yes. So he's like the wolf in the pack. He's just waiting for them just to do a couple of mistakes and he's going to be there pouncing one over them. But we cannot take our eye off Rockstar Mole because he is also a very fast driver. But he is 36 seconds behind
Yeah.
This whole pack. Yes. So yeah, he's behind 14.2 seconds behind Brandon Steele.
Let's see if Dylan can close the gap on Rockstar Mall there.
Yeah, because Dylan is now in 6th place, which Rockstar Mall looks like he's able to open the gap a little bit, because now he's down to 3.8 seconds. So let's keep an eye on that. Oh, going a little bit wide there. Jake's moves. Oh, look at that. Jake's moves into 2nd place. Quicksilver just pushing a little bit too hard, I think. And it looks like we've lost Nassif. Right now he's frozen. Oof. Man, oh man, oh man. Still a very good race going on here tonight. Still don't know who's gonna win it, because right now anyone can just do that little bit of a mistake. As we see now, we have Team Silverback in 1 and 2, so it's gonna help them out very nicely with those points. But I'm sure Quicksilver will still be up there giving a good battle there. Picking up all that water still on the track. Very tricky through there. And then all of a sudden from a little bit of wet and then it's stone dry. Yep. So it looks like Lynn is, he's losing a little bit to Rockstar Mall. So it looks like Rockstar Mall is just able to pull Dylan a little bit more of a gap. Just missing all that water, taking it a little bit easier through the corner. Coming down to these wonderful S's where everyone has been losing it. Taking a little bit of curb there, missing the pile of water. So this is going to be a very tricky one with Jake's in 2nd place, 2.8 seconds behind Morris, and with a gap of 2.1 seconds from Quicksilver. Oof. Man, oh man, oh man. What a race. There's still another 4 more laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. The race is not over until the fat lady sings. And I think Nassif has sorted out his problem. He's back in the chat lobby. There we go.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, not a problem. Oh, and then we see Quicksilver losing it just on the entry of the uphill. So that was a bit weird. Oh no, it wasn't. It was through the S's.
Looks like I missed out quite a bit. Jake's up into 2nd. What happened there?
Yeah, Quicksilver, I think just pushing the car a little bit too hard. Because now we just caught Quicksilver doing another mistake there. So yes, Jake's has been able to actually catch up to Marius now.
Yeah, the second 1.2 seconds. 1.8.
1.7. So yes, he's up there. So Team Silver back for a 1 and 2.
Well done.
Just to see who's gonna take the 1 and 2 is another question.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any team orders.
I think right now, it's every dog for his one. So we have 3 laps remaining. Oh, and is that Scott? I think that is Scott.
Bit of a dismal race this evening.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, shame, man. Scott is just having a nightmare tonight.
It's just one of those nights.
It's just not coming right. It looks like Quicksilver is doing. He's done another mistake because now Brandon is catching up to Quicksilver. So this is going to be very interesting. Is he gonna pick up his socks and drive like he's never driven before, or is this
Looks
car
like it.
just a bit of a handful for him tonight? Or when I say the car is a bit of a handful, it could be the track that's also a handful.
Yeah, definitely. Catching a lot of guys out, I think.
As you see, the track is getting a little bit drier, but there's still a little bit of wet spots. Crystal is 8th place, so he's also dropped back quite a bit.
Yeah. Looks like his car was set up more for the wet.
It does look like
dry conditions, yeah.
Yeah, and there's poor Scott Shaman. Just having an awful night. He's just getting out of the way for the guys so they can have their race on. Oh, and there's Brandon. That was well saved. Well saved.
Attracted to Tyler like a magnet there.
Wow. And these two are on it like Donkey Kong.
Definitely, they are pushing to the limit.
But it looks like Jakes is also on top of Mario, so this is a bit of a race on here for first and second.
Looks like there's no team orders in that team.
No, I think it's every man for himself.
Jake's all up in the slipstream behind Marius there.
Yeah. I see Jakes is a little bit quicker than Morris, where Jakes is doing a 132.2, Morris is doing a 133.3. So yes, it's just over a second faster than Morris right now.
Anything's gonna happen. I see it's the second last lap, so
yeah. So man, oh man. It'll be very interesting. I think we stick it up to these two to see who's gonna. Oh, and there goes Morris. And there goes Jakes.
See Jakes.
No.
Okay.
I think
they
Jakes.
are team orders.
I think.
Tapped on the brakes there, but yeah.
Yeah.
That says it all.
And then we see Dole with a 131.9.
And Jakes goes through on Marius. Oh.
Yeah. So it looks like Marius is battling a little bit with the car, so no use holding up Jakes.
Yeah, they got a comfortable lead over Quicksilver. So.
Definitely. Is a correct. But very closely behind that, Brendan Skills and Quicksilver is also very closely behind each other. So, wow. Was not expecting Jakes to come back at this, but it just shows you just a little bit of patience.
As we said in the beginning, Jakes is like a silent assassin. Comes from the midfield and sneaks up.
Definitely. As you see, he's pulled the gap of 1.5 seconds already. Yeah. So he's definitely got that car dialed up.
And they're on the final lap, so it's like Jakes for the win on this one.
Yeah. Man, oh man. Just makes it that much interesting to the end of the season. Who is going to be crowned champion? Just a few more corners to go.
Coming through the final chicane and onto the start finish straight. And Jake's for the win.
Yeah,
Well done.
Jake's for the win. Yeah. Nice race there. Just jumping to Quicksilver and Brandon. Yeah, because they are all there still. Just didn't have enough just to take Quicksilver for the third place.
Well done.
Well driven, guys. It's a very
tricky conditions out there this evening.
definitely. I think it's one of the most difficult tracks with the weather slotting as well.
Exactly.
Just made it that much interesting.
Even in the dry, this track is so difficult. It's not an easy track.
No, definitely. But we did say it was going to be a difficult night.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be the easiest. So, yeah. Well done to Jakes, Morris, and Quicksilver. Let's see there. Borneo. Oh, yeah. Borneo just remodeling the front of that Renault. Yeah, and it looks like it could be the last car over, if I'm correct. No, I lied. Terry is the last car over.
Yeah.
Right. So there we have it. Jake's in first, Morris in second, Quicksilver in third, Brandon fourth, Rockstar Molly in fifth, Dylan in sixth, Christo picking up a place there because he was in eighth, Souls in eighth, Borneo in ninth, and Gab in 10th. And then we have Terry in 11th and Tyler Scott in 12th. So that is your final positions there, guys.
Yeah, I must say it was a bit more.
They got me every time.
Let me get there quickly, I'll be with you now.
The setup for the rain was crap, but on the dry it worked very well.
How's it going, Dylan?
Okay, mooi julle
Ja,
twee.
myne het ook nice gewerk met my kaartjies.
Ja, ek het gesien in my speeltjie. Ja, lekker.
Quicksilver to Discord, please.
Okay, I'll be there.
Hier's like 'n damage.
I'm well and you?
vir niks.
Ek het gesien en lees dit weer.
Nice to hear your voice back.
Ek het 3 keer
What a race. Wow. That was
Insane.
Ek was nie
Everyone thought it was going to be an easy race. No. Not an easy race. Man, oh man. Yeah, to see the guys chipping and changing with places like that, it just made it that much interesting. As we see, Jakes has already got his top off. He's already had his shower.
Sweating.
It wasn't just raining on the track; it's raining in his living room.
It's
raining Oh, and yeah, we have it says Rockstar Mall, if I'm correct.
That's Turkey.
Oh, is that Durkee? So Durkee in third place. So, man, so we're just waiting for Marius to join us. Don't know if he's still coming.
Yeah, I'm sure he would be.
Yeah, okay. And there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us start off with third place. Uncle Durkee, what happened there? From leading the race to those critical errors, throwing you all the way into third place, and then you still had Brandon skills all over you at one stage. So please run us through what happened.
yeah, it was a easy race until my incident, yeah, and then I had so much damage. But I don't know what I did there because I saw that my car is fast enough in the dry, so I didn't have to push that hard. And then it's very hot in Pretoria. The sweat was running into my eyes and burned my eyes, and I lost a bit of concentration and I bumped my car, but I had a lot of damage. So after that, with all the damage, I think I lost it another 2 or 3 times. It was crazy, man. Bad luck for me. I had a great setup for the dry. I knew I could run 29s all day long, but yeah, anyway, that's the way it gambles.
It's it's still the 3rd place.
Yeah.
We're happy with it. Every point counts.
But then Jakes did me a favor and he passed Marius. So that's cool.
And then all the way to Uncle Marius from leading the race, and then all of a sudden just can't handle the teammates' pressure there. Like Jakes was just that little bit quicker than you.
No, he was a lot quicker than me. I was on hard tires. He was on soft tires.
Okay.
I made a mistake there. So that's what happened. In fact, Dirkie was faster than me in the wet as well. I was struggling. He was catching me. I was under huge amounts of pressure. I was quite relieved when I saw Dirkie. He made 2 mistakes. One, and then he fell back a little bit, and then there was one where he fell back quite a bit. I couldn't see what happened there, but I could breathe for a bit. But then after the pit stops, I was just watching the time tick down to me. And waiting. I could see that Jake wanted to hang back and not battle with me.
Yeah.
I just flashed him past because he was like, he must have been 2 seconds a lap quicker than me or something.
Yeah, I think it was
ridiculous.
Yeah, he was around about 1.2 seconds
the
quicker
fastest
than you.
heat win today.
Yeah. And then off to our winner of tonight, Uncle Jakes. As we see, the top's already off. So he's already celebrating.
It looks like he's going to go test out his Thrustmaster.
No, I just want to correct Marius there. The fastest, Dylan was the fastest. I saw the fastest lap was done by Dylan.
Yeah, he did a 1:31.9.
So that, just to show again, fastest doesn't always win. Sorry, Dylan, I just had to do that.
Thank you, my Jakes.
Starting with the race in the wet, yes, I was difficult for me. For some other reason, my car didn't feel the same as what I practiced. The setup just felt not good in the rain, and I lost a lot of time there. Spun out once in the rain. Dirkie passed me, and after I put on the softs, then the car was just handling excellent with the softs. And the setup was right for the softs, and I started to catch up to Dirkie and Marius there. Their battle made it a little bit easier for me to catch up, and then fortunately for me, Dirkie made a mistake in that first chicane. He spun out, and I went past him, and then I caught up with Marius, and I saw, wow, I'm catching up quite a bit here, but I didn't want to put a battle up with my teammate there, so I hanged up, and just hanged on a little bit so that he can, do his thing, let the wingman do his job, and let the top runner get his points. But Marius just whipped me past and say, "Go, buddy, go get some more points for you."
Well, it was wonderful. It was wonderful to watch you guys. And not just watch Bravo battle in the wet and the dry. We also got to watch Alpha, the big boys, battle in the wet and the dry as well. So yes, it's not that easy.
Yeah, I definitely agree. From what I practiced to now in terms of the driving, the car was so loose on the rear. And through the chicane, the car was over-rotating. But as soon as we got into the dry, even my rear tires on the softs were overheating way too much than what was practiced.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It is what it is.
Sure. Coconuts happen.
Yeah. The Bravo, also excellent race between them.
What to do.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Cheers, guys.
Well
Take
done,
it easy.
well done.
Yeah, well done, guys.
Cheers, boys. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
So thank you guys to Stephen for. How are you sitting like that?
I had to deal with that through the whole race, eh?
You got a stiff neck. Oh man. To Stephen for playing director, as well as Nassif, thank you so much. We put you through your paces on Thursday and invited you back. So check it out.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So I
It's
hope
fun.
you enjoyed it from this side as well, as much
No,
as you
definitely.
enjoy the racing.
Definitely. Yeah, but the racing was hopeless.
It was all good, man. As long as you're enjoying yourself.
Exactly. That's the main aim.
So guys,
Enjoy.
another thank you to Deliver Your Parcel, who is the sponsor for this league. And don't forget, at the end of next week, Monday, we're going to be doing the draw, because the weekend of the 27th of November, we will be entering in 2 karts to the F400 karting series, an Alpha and a Bravo tier team. It's going to be the Alpha the Alphas versus the Bravo. I promise you, I'm getting my voice in my head and it is throwing me completely. It is horrible.
Oh,
anyway, so guys, the description does have the details for Deliver Your Parcel. If you need to send a parcel, go check it out. And don't forget, thank you to guys, Tyler, the host for the Alpha. No,
Rockstar Mall.
Rockstar Mel, host for the
Yes.
Alpha. But Tyler was there helping
Yeah.
in the Bravo tier.
Yes.
I can't think for myself twice. That's the problem.
You need to write your notes down.
Jeez. The thing is, all the notes are here. I don't need notes. I just, when I'm talking and I'm hearing me say, I'm like,
Battling with yourself there.
shut up, I can't talk, man. Right, guys. Thank you so much.
Geez.
We'll see you on Thursday. And until then, keep racing, keep practicing. Thanks for watching. Yos.
Sweet.